So we measure the inside of the opening all the way to the top. Listo? You have 75.5 tight. Now for this to work, make it 75.5. That way you have 1/8 of an inch on both sides that you can play with. And it's gonna be pretty good once you put the brackets and the screen inside. You can measure the unit and go by your measurements, but an easier way is to put your cover inside your opening, and then whatever is left, you just center it, and then that's how you get your measurement, because this is where the brackets are going to go. So this has to be perfectly level with your brackets. So right now, if you look, I mean, we're like 1/8 of an inch difference. So it's very little what we're gonna do. So we're gonna put it all the way to the back and mount it here. This is our end cap. You have a little opening here, and this is where the cover is gonna come inside. You need to be very careful when you put it here. If you go all the way to the back, chances are that you're gonna have a little bit of problem trying to get inside here. So what we do is we try to level this bracket right on the edge of this here. You're gonna have maybe 1/8 of an inch out, but it's perfect because then you can easily put your cover in here. Otherwise, it's gonna take you a while. If you put it all the way inside, trying to put the cover inside here, it's gonna be a little bit harder for you. So if you follow this edge, you have like 1/8 of an inch off outside, and it's perfect. It's gonna line up with the other side. Yeah, you have to be very careful when you use your screws. Make sure that you don't come out. Always try to point it to the inside. So you have to be level on this side, perfectly level. So when you put the motor inside, it goes in and it locks. Otherwise, it will never lock, and you have to use your small level here, like we're using it right now. Yeah, so this, you have your 2 teeth here. They're on the way down, so that's how they're gonna lock up, and you have to match it with the other side of the end cap. So you pull it in there. See how they click, and it goes down. See how those little teeth are? And they go inside like this, and then you bring it down, and it's locked. And then they come down, just like this. So they're locked in already. This is the idler side. Grab this here, and then just go a few times like this, and then.
Why do you do that?
So this little nipple will be able to go in with no problem, like this, right there.
But if you don't do that little turn,
it won't go in.
it's paint?
It's not paint, but it's a little bit thicker than the inside of the idler, so you will have a very, very hard time bringing it inside. And the thing is that this goes in, so it will never go in. Now, since we did that, now I'll bring it in here, and it's in.
Perfect. And then that little hook part is the bottom of it.
Yes, this is the bottom. So right now, to make sure that this is secure, we'll try to move it. And if it's not secure, it's gonna come down. But right now, it's perfectly there. As you come here, and you put something like this, and then this little green light will not be on until you push it, and it juggles 3 times. That's how you wake up the motor. See? 1, 2, 3. It has to do 3, otherwise it's not gonna work. Up and down, and you're set. This 2. So now we're set to put our limit, so I'm gonna bring it down. But as you can see, you have to push that button until it juggles 3 times. Don't let it go. You have to do it 3 times, and then you can let it go. Yeah, so we're doing the limits right now, right about there. So now I'm gonna set up this limit here by pushing the top and the middle button once. Now the one on the bottom is set up already. So now we're doing the one on the top. So before it gets to the end, you have to stop it manually by pushing your mic button. Right about there. So now I'm going to set it up wherever I want my screen. Usually you want to cover the whole thing so you don't see the screen at all. So I'm going to go right about there. Now I'm going to push the top and the bottom button once. So I'm going to stop. I'm going to push the middle button one time until it jumps, and then the back until it jumps. Once it does that, you're set. Your limits are set, and I'm going to bring it down again. Now, one important thing is that when you push the back of the button, don't press it, just poke it like this and let it go real quick. Otherwise, it's not going to set up. So if you push it and you want it to jump, it's not going to do that. You have to like poke it and let it go. So it's going to stop by itself now because it's already set up. Right there. So the last thing will be the cover. This cover already comes with a piece of plastic. It protects the cover. So when you're ready to put it on, you need to take this off. So this is the way it goes here with this lip here. This little channel, it's got to go inside that. That's why if you leave it like eighth of an inch off from the wall, it will be perfect, because then you have trouble trying to get this lip inside of the bracket. See, listo, and that one's set. So this is what locks the end cap right here to this here. We got enough room here, so what we do is try to hide it inside here. And then when you're ready to do your charging, just bring it down here and charge it.